Hello guys, welcome to a new episode of Westwood. In today's episode we are going to be building a road construction site, and we're also going to expand the suburbs a bit, where we are working towards the center of this suburban town. I've been looking a lot into building nature lately, so the next few episodes will have a bit more footage of creating nature in them. So the intention of this construction site is that one lane gets repaired while the cars of that lane are driving around the site. This is the type of construction site that just never disappears, as the work isn't done efficiently enough. It's just that typical rural site where it's not very necessary to finish the reparation quickly because the road isn't used a lot. Right now I'm placing some barriers on the edge of the construction site to separate the construction site from the roads, and I'm using different barriers for both lanes or roads because the cars on the main road will be driving a lot faster than the cars on the bypass. At least that's what I would imagine. I'm also using these yellow lines to mark where the cars can go during the roadworks, and in Europe these yellow lines are used for occasions like this, for road construction sites and other temporary markings. I don't know about the US or other places in the world, but at least in Europe that's how these lines are used. The nice thing about this construction site is that it actually works. The cars will actually drive onto the bypass and drive around the construction site and won't use the lane that is getting repaired. So we finished the road layout and markings, etc. So we can go to the next part, placing the machines. I downloaded a lot of assets for this construction site build, and I also ended up placing a lot of assets. It might be a bit too much. It doesn't really make sense to have so much machines for such a small construction site, but hey, it looks good, so yeah, mission completed, right? I added some cracks on the road to make it even more clear that this road needs some reparation, and I also ended up replacing this excavator with an animated one that had a huge dirt pile next to it. At first I didn't want to place that animated excavator because it made it look like there was actually something going on there, but I think that the dirt pile that is added in this excavator, well, it makes up for it, you know? It looks better with this dirt pile than without. I also added a bunch of random stuff like bricks, pipes, etc. And I placed that because on the place where the machines are stored and where the bypass is, there will be an empty space after the road is finished. And that's why the governor decided to construct a new truck stop over there with a gas station, because the people in the neighborhood next to the truck stop kept on complaining because of the noise of the trucks, and you know, it's just not ideal, a truck stop in the middle of a town. So once this road construction site is finished, the government is planning on moving the truck stop to here and adding a store and a gas station next to it. So for the next part we are building a small neighborhood over here, and in the storyline this neighborhood was built later than the rest of the stuff around this neighborhood, and that's why they only have one road coming into this neighborhood, because they didn't want to change or make a lot of new intersections. That's why this area has a lot of dead ends, and it makes it look very separated from the rest of this town. The houses in this neighborhood are very closely packed, and that's because previously this area was just a field, and when Westwood needed more houses for people to live in, they decided that this area, this field, would be a neighborhood, the neighborhood we are building right now. But because they didn't want to destroy a lot of nature, they, packed it a bit closer to each other. And right here I'm just placing a small cow field, just to show that there are some remains of the farming that was going on before the houses were built. Yeah, so this is basically a lost cow field that remained after the houses kind of took over the farmland. And for the rest, I'll be just placing a lot of trees because, as I said earlier in the video, I've been looking a lot into building nature, and I feel like we need some nature to make it look more rural. The thing I'm building over here is a kind of deserted parking lot. It's not really used anymore, and it's just a lot of dirt and abandoned cars and stuff. And it's another of these places that are just deserted and in the middle of the town that I try to make a lot of them to make the city a bit more unique. I also fixed up the car dealership, because what is a car dealership without some cars of their own company in front of it? The rest of this video is mostly placing trees and doing other nature things, so there's not much to say about that. So I'll just play some music, and I hope you guys enjoy the time lapse. this is it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and join my Discord. Link is in the description. We have a ton of awesome people in there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.